Imagine waking up every day feeling like your brain's an internet browser with 53 tabs open, all of them flashing, all of them urgent. Your phone keeps buzzing with new ideas. People tell you to start another business, launch a course, write a book, invest in crypto, flip real estate, sell on Amazon. Do you ever wonder where it all ends? Or if it's actually leading you anywhere? I'm talking to you if you've ever felt stretched so thin you're not sure what you're building anymore. Because here's the truth. Most people aren't failing because they're lazy. They're failing because they're scattered. They're drowning in opportunity, but they're starving for results. One minute you're fired up about your new venture. Next minute you're daydreaming about something else. You keep telling yourself you'll focus once things slow down, but things never slow down. And here's the problem. The world loves to sell you the idea that you can do it all. The price of being a jack of all trades and a master of none. The price of splitting your energy into so many slices that nothing ever grows big enough to change your life. The price of staying busy but never getting free. On the passive path, I've seen it happen over and over. Smart people, hardworking people, trapped in the hamster wheel of too many businesses, too many ideas, too many half-built bridges. And the scariest part, sometimes they're making good money, but they're exhausted, overwhelmed, and secretly afraid that if they stop spinning all those plates, it will all come crashing down. Today I want to show you how to escape that trap. I want to show you how to build something real, something sustainable, something that sets you free, because freedom doesn't come from doing everything. It comes from doing the right thing. So let me ask you, are you willing to stop chasing every shot, or will you keep collecting businesses like unpaid bills on your desk? If you've ever wondered why you're working so hard but feel like you're getting nowhere, you're in the right place. Because we're about to break this down piece by piece. But before we dive deeper, let me ask you this. What's the real cost of chasing? A woman sits in a bright office surrounded by notebooks, calendars, and a phone that won't stop buzzing. She's a single mom of 5 kids. Last year, she made $1 million in her business. This year, she's already hit $1 million again and wants 4. She hopes for 10. But there's a problem. She's exhausted. She's built a publishing house. She runs luxury retreats where clients write entire books in 5 days. She's rented an island in the British Virgin Islands for 15 people to write books. She has a TV show, she runs a business school for women, she writes her own books, she hosts live events that make over $1 million in minutes. She's a powerhouse, but she's spread too thin. She wants clarity, she wants to focus, but she keeps chasing new things. That story might sound extreme, but look around. How many people do you know trying to juggle 5 things at once? The Shopify store, the coaching program, the dream of writing a bestseller, all at the same time. It's not just entrepreneurs, it's anyone living in today's world. It's the photographer who also wants to launch a coffee brand. It's the personal trainer filming TikToks, writing an ebook, and trying to build an app. It's the guy selling on eBay who's also thinking about crypto mining. Everyone's hustling. Everyone's multitasking. But let's get real. Chasing too many things is why people stall out, even when revenue looks good on paper. I've met people doing $200,000 a year across 4 businesses. They'd be making $1 million if they focused on just one. They're drained, overworked, confused, and they secretly feel like failures because none of their ventures has really blown up. Money can hide the problem for a while, but the stress doesn't lie. They're up at night wondering which business deserves my time. Which one do I drop? If I quit something, does it? This is life. People in North America pride themselves on being busy. We talk about side hustles over coffee, we swap investment ideas at barbecues, we think more is always better. But here's the truth. More can become the enemy of enough. More ideas, more projects, more distractions. It's all noise if it doesn't add up to freedom. You don't have to be poor to be trapped. Sometimes you're making good money but stuck in chaos. The woman I told you about, she's a mirror, a reflection of what happens when we chase novelty over clarity, when we try to do everything, when we're afraid to choose. But there's a reason we do it, because picking one thing feels like killing all the other dreams. And nobody wants to kill a dream. So why do we keep adding? Because focusing feels like leaving money on the table. It feels like shutting a door forever. We fear regret. We fear missing out. We fear boredom. But here's the truth. You can either be spread wide and thin, or you can go deep and strong. You can build a little of everything, or you can build one thing that changes your life. Let's talk about the magnifying glass. Imagine sunlight pouring down. It's everywhere. It's powerful. But scattered light won't burn paper. Hold a magnifying glass over it. Focus the beams on a single spot. Suddenly, that paper smokes. It catches fire. It burns straight through. That's your talent. That's your skills. That's your energy. All that sunlight is worthless if you scatter it across 100 projects. But focus it, you make fire. I've seen it with local businesses. There's a guy in Toronto who started a landscaping business. Then he added snow removal. Then he tried gutter cleaning. His trucks were wrapped in 4 different logos. His crews were confused. Customers didn't know what his business was. He kept chasing every seasonal service. He stayed small. Then he dropped everything except high-end landscaping. He built custom backyard retreats. He charged premium prices. He landed contracts with luxury homes. Now he's booked a year in advance. He makes triple what he used to because he focused. Or look at creators. There's a woman on YouTube who made videos about personal finance. Then she switched to minimalism. Then digital marketing. Then productivity hacks. Her audience kept shrinking. No one knew why they followed her anymore. She picked one lane, personal finance for young women. She stuck to it. She's now one of the biggest voices in her niche. Brands pay her 6 figures to sponsor videos because she focused. People think focusing kills opportunities, but the truth is, it grows them. Scattered effort attracts confusion, and confusion doesn't pay. But let's say you've already built several things. You listen to the market. The market always tells you what it wants. People vote with their dollars, not their likes, not their compliments, not their opinions, their money. If customers keep paying you for one thing over and over, that's your business talking. It's saying, do more of this. There's a bakery in Chicago. They made bread, cookies, pies, and fancy wedding cakes. Every month, their cinnamon rolls sold out before noon. People lined up around the block. The owner kept trying to push cakes. She spent thousands on marketing wedding packages, but the cakes never took off. One day, she stopped fighting the obvious. She turned the entire shop into a cinnamon roll bakery. She tested new flavors. She launched nationwide shipping. Now she runs a 7-figure cinnamon roll brand because she listened to the market, not her ego. A graphic designer I know tried to offer every service: logos, websites, social media, but most clients came to him for logos. He focused. He became known as the logo guy. He doubled his income in 2 years because he listened to the market. Ignoring market feedback is dangerous. It's like driving with your eyes closed. I once saw a Shopify store selling 10 products. One product made 70% of the revenue. Instead of pushing that winner, the owner kept spending money promoting the other 9. The store eventually closed because he didn't double down on what worked. Your customers will tell you where to focus. If they keep buying one thing, that's your signal. The market doesn't lie. It's the ultimate truth serum. Listen to it. But change has a price. Every time you change something in your business, you pay. Not always in money, but always in momentum. Alex Hormozy says that any change costs you a drop in performance, even if the change is smart, even if it makes sense on paper. Let's say your business is running well. Your team knows the systems. Customers know what to expect. Everything's humming along. Then you decide to change your sales process. You think it'll improve your close rate by 5%, but when you make that change, your team slows down. They need to learn new scripts. They fumble through calls. Your sales dip. That dip might be 20%. So you lose 20% to gain 5. Sometimes the math doesn't work. A restaurant owner in Seattle decided to change her entire menu. She wanted new dishes to stand out. Regulars were confused. Kitchen staff made mistakes. Food costs shot up. Sales dropped. She went back to the old menu. A YouTuber with 1 million subscribers decided to change his niche. He went from travel vlogs to tech reviews. Views tanked. Subscribers left. Brands canceled deals. He lost 6 months of income. He went back to travel. People talk about testing new ideas all the time, but testing has a cost: time, energy, focus. Every test risks hurting the business you already have, especially if it involves people. If you change your team's process, you'll see mistakes, errors, frustration, and while they're adapting, performance drops. Imagine you have a punch card with only 4 holes per year. Each hole is a change you're allowed to make. Would you waste one on a 5% improvement? Probably not. Warren Buffett says, if you could only make 20 investments your whole life, you'd choose carefully. Business changes work the same way. You only have so many chances to shake things up. Make sure it's worth it. When you leave your team alone, they often improve naturally. They learn their jobs, they get faster, they solve problems. You get quiet, steady growth, but entrepreneurs get restless. They want novelty, so they tear things apart, and sometimes they blow up a good thing. So next time you're tempted to change everything, ask yourself, will this change deliver at least a 40% gain if it works? Or am I risking my business for a tiny bump? So if you can't chase every idea, you park it, you don't kill your ideas, you save them for later. This is what Alex calls the big list of ideas. Every entrepreneur should have one. Every creative person too. Whenever a new idea pops up, write it down. Don't act on it, don't message your team, don't announce it online, just write it down. Keep it in a journal, a note-taking app, a spreadsheet, anywhere safe. This is your idea parking lot. Think of it like a closet. You put new ideas inside. Close the door. Come back in a month. Open the door. Do you still love the idea? If yes, maybe it's worth exploring. If no, it was just excitement in the moment. There's a woman who owns a fitness studio in Dallas. She used to jump on every trend: hot yoga, dance cardio, boxing classes. She'd change the schedule every month. Clients got whiplash. She learned to write her new class ideas down and wait 30 days. Most ideas faded away. The ones that stuck became successful programs. Or take the... Every week he wanted to add new pastries, new drinks. He trained staff, printed menus, only to see new items flop. Now he writes ideas in a notebook. He tests just one new item each season. Sales went up, stress went down. An idea that survives a few weeks is stronger. It has staying power. Impulse fades fast, but solid ideas remain. So next time inspiration strikes, do this. Write it down. Forget it for a month. Revisit it. Ask, will this idea bring massive impact, or is it just noise? This single habit can save your business. But even when you pick your one thing, you channel your energy into safe places. You don't have to kill your creativity. You just need to aim it carefully. Alex puts his creative energy into making content, videos, books, podcasts, ads. That way he doesn't mess up his business with constant changes. A personal trainer in New York wanted to launch 5 new fitness products. Instead, he poured his ideas into making short videos. He filmed workout tips, nutrition facts, motivation speeches. He built an audience of 500,000 followers. Brands started paying him. He stayed focused on his core business. A real estate agent in Los Angeles got bored selling houses. She started a newsletter. She shared market insights, funny stories from house showings, design tips. Her business doubled because her content attracted new clients. A woman who runs a dog grooming business in Atlanta kept wanting to add new services. Instead, she made TikToks showing dog makeovers, funny dog reactions, tips for dog owners. She got booked solid for months, all because she focused her creativity into content. This works for ads too. Instead of launching new products, run new ad angles, test new headlines. Try different images. Keep your main offer the same, just express it in new ways. That's how you keep your brain busy, without blowing up your systems. Your business stays stable. Your creative itch gets scratched. Think of it like painting the same wall in new colors. Instead of knocking the wall down, Alex says when he writes books, his business performs best because he's busy creating and not tinkering with systems that already work. If you're a creative person, give yourself a sandbox, a place where you can build and play without risking the business. Write articles, record podcasts, make videos, tweak your ads. Just don't change the core offer every week. That's how you balance creativity and focus. The truth is, you can't have it all. You have to say no. And that's hard. It feels like killing parts of yourself. But saying no is how you win. It's how you build something great. The woman with 5 businesses in the story, she keeps adding more because she loves novelty, new ideas, new adventures. But every new business takes time, energy, money, attention. Each one steals from the others. She's talented enough to make money in all of them, but none of them reach their full potential because she's divided. It's the same for many people. A young man in Detroit flips sneakers, trades crypto, manages Airbnb units, all while trying to launch a YouTube channel. He's making some money, but he's exhausted. His bank account never grows because he's scattering his effort. A woman in Vancouver runs an Etsy shop. She also does freelance writing, wants to start a coaching business, and invests in real estate on the side. And none of her businesses feel secure. At some point, you have to choose. Saying no doesn't mean you failed. It means you're serious. You're picking your swing. Alex says he realized he only has 2 or 3 big swings left in life. That's it. That's true for all of us. We don't have unlimited time, unlimited energy, unlimited years to build empires. So you have to decide, where will you place your bet? What will you give the next decade of your life? Because everything costs something. Building a huge business costs time with family. Staying small might cost financial freedom. There's no perfect choice, but trying to do everything guarantees mediocrity. You have to trade novelty for loyalty. Loyalty to your business, your vision, your future. In relationships, it's the same. New people feel exciting, but depth only comes with time. Business works like that too. Depth comes from sticking it out, from building systems. A guy in Florida owned a small marketing agency. He wanted to launch a software tool, start a YouTube channel, open an online store. Instead, he chose one thing. He focused on becoming the best at running Facebook ads for dentists. 5 years later, he's running $1 million agency because he said no. You think like you have a punch card. Imagine you have a card with only 20 spots. Each spot is a major decision. A business idea, a career shift, a big investment. Once the spots are gone, they're gone. Warren Buffett says if investors treated decisions like this, they'd be richer, they'd think longer, they'd choose better. In business, it's the same. Alex keeps a list of big ideas on his phone. He writes down every thought, new funnels, new offers, new businesses, but he doesn't act on them right away. He waits. He asks himself, how big is the upside? How certain is it? He knows every change costs momentum, so he wants at least a 40% improvement to justify the risk. Otherwise, it stays on the list. A woman who sells digital courses wanted to launch a podcast. She wrote it down. She waited 90 days. She realized it wouldn't bring enough revenue to justify her time. She stayed. A man running a food truck wanted to open a restaurant. He kept the idea on his list for a year. After running the numbers, he realized the profit margin wasn't worth the debt risk. He expanded his trucks instead. He makes more money, has less stress. Your ideas might be good, but good isn't enough. They have to be great, because you only have so many swings. Ask yourself, if I only get 4 big changes this year, is this worth one of them? Is this change big enough to accept a temporary drop in performance? Will this decision move me closer to freedom or pull me deeper into chaos? Rank your ideas by potential gain and likelihood of success. Sleep on them. Test your assumptions. This forces discipline. It protects your business from chaos, and it builds wealth faster. So let's wrap. Here's how to build real freedom on the passive path. Focus beats scattered effort. Don't try to do everything. Pick the one thing people pay you for again and again. Go all in, listen to your market. If customers keep buying one thing, that's your signal. Double down on it. Don't fight the feedback. Keep changes strategic. Every change has a cost. Only make changes if the upside is huge. Otherwise, leave things alone. Channel your creativity wisely. Put your ideas into content, ads, marketing. Don't blow up your systems every month. Give your creative energy a safe place. Keep an idea list. Write down new ideas. Wait 30 days. See if they still matter. Don't act on impulse. Say no often. You can't have it all. Pick your swings carefully. Think like you have a punch card. Each decision should be worth it. Here are 5 steps you can use right now. 1. Identify your one thing. Look at where your money comes from. Focus there. 2. Make an idea. Don't act on it for at least 30 days. 3. Measure change. Only make changes that can bring massive results. Avoid small tweaks that disrupt everything. 4. Use your creativity in safe places. Make content. Improve marketing. Don't keep changing your core business. 5. Remember your time is limited. You only get a few big swings in life. Choose them wisely. This is how you avoid years of wasted effort. This is how you escape the chaos. This is how you build true freedom. Thanks for watching The Passive Path. If you found this helpful, hit like and subscribe. Drop a comment about where you're struggling to focus. I hope this opened your eyes about how spreading yourself too thin can steal your freedom. You deserve to build something solid, something that changes your life for the better. Remember, focus wins. The market tells you where to aim, and you only get a few big swings. Make them count. If this helped you, like this video. Subscribe to The Passive Path for more ways to build real wealth. Comment below and share your story. Or tell me what's distracting you from your one thing. Share this video with someone you care about. Help them avoid years of spinning in circles. I wish you luck on your journey. Feel free to check out the other videos on